When you think of video game sound design, what comes to mind? Is it the newest Game of the Year soundtrack, a nostalgic piece of your childhood, a great part of an otherwise bad game, or something different entirely? For me, it's the creative and fun sounds of a game called Chibi-Robo. Chibi-Robo is a lovely little game where you play as a tiny robot owned by a family currently down on their luck. Throughout the game, you complete tasks for them, act as their therapist, and clean up their messes, but they're all nice, so it's okay. You also meet the other toys who talk to you when the family isn't around, Toy Story style. As much as I love this game for its aesthetic, gameplay, and story, the thing I really want to talk about is the sound design. The soundtrack and sound design for this game is simply delightful. The soundtrack features lots of jazz fusion tracks, but honestly has a song from probably every genre ever on it. Each character has their own little theme, reflective of who they are and what they desire. My personal favorite is Sophie's theme, with its weird horns and funky bass. While I enjoy the soundtrack a lot, I don't know a whole lot about music, so I can't really describe it other than it's awesome. I recommend checking out this great video by 8-Bit Music Theory if you'd like to learn more about the specifics of the soundtrack as well as why it works. What I really love about this game, though, are the sound effects. Everything has a song or a sound in this game. Walking. Picking up the plug. Climbing a rope. Going down a rope. Shimmying around a ledge. Charging. Falling. Dying. Whatever. Not only is it incredibly musical, it's also memorable. My roommate is the one who originally showed me this game, having grown up playing it on the GameCube. She loves the character voices in this game so much that she just mimics them occasionally, even if the game isn't being played.
Yeah. The dad, then I goes, all soft for you. Yeah, that's my favorite one. All soft for you. Yeah, okay, the mom. Chukaloy. Double weenies. Double weenies.
That's pretty good.
That is actually really good.
To rap, to rap. Sorry, neighbors. Alice why?
Cause you on the fly? Yeah, no!
For me, this game does so many things right to really help it stick out in my brain. As Chibi-Robo, you can pick up your plug, and when you do, you can walk around a little bit faster. The tempo of the background music will speed up or slow down depending on if the plug is in your hands. Every step you take as Little Cheeb has a sound as well, and it changes depending on the surface you're walking on. My favorite sound is the little song that plays when you use the brush to clean the floor. If I'm being honest, it's the whole reason why I wanted to make this video. The sounds all feel like they're diegetic, even if they're very unrealistic and, at times, even weirdly mechanical. Not only is the game just fun to play, with lots of wacky characters and a story of a family's troubles, the game is very sound-forward. However, even though the sounds definitely take a front seat, none of them are annoying or grating. Telly's voice can be a little annoying, but I think that's just because this little guy likes to yap too much. Walking through the house and having every little step make a noise may sound, haha, like it'll get on your nerves, but it really doesn't. All the noises, though on their own may seem disjointed and unconnected, work so well in conjunction with each other and in the context of the game. The sounds really help up that childlike wonder of play and discovery. I personally can't really think of another game that does sound effects so well. There are iconic sounds in games, yes, but I really struggle to think of one that does all of the sounds well. Games like Pac-Man, Mario, and Sonic have lots of noises that most people know and recognize, and they are creative as well, as most games are, but I think Chibi-Robo really excels at the childlike creativity that a lot of modern games seem to be missing. I personally am a little bit of a hater of the quote-unquote realistic movie AAA games, so it just absolutely excites me to play something with so much fun put into it. The best options you probably have for good sound design, not just soundtrack, would be indie games, but even then, a lot of them tend to just do what's typical and expected of them. Sound design, to me, always feels like an overlooked piece of the puzzle that, when done well, can absolutely catapult your game to a much higher level. Chibi-Robo's sound director, Hirofumi Taniguchi, seems to agree with me on this point. I really recommend that you give Chibi-Robo a try if you can. The game came out near the end of the GameCube's lifespan, and the IP has never really been given the respect it deserves from then on. It's got fun stylized graphics, a good story hidden underneath, wacky yet lovable characters, and the quirkiest little sound design I've ever experienced.